Well, first of all, congratulations on signing a contract with the Goals.
Yeah, thank you.
What is this whole? I mean, not even just the last season, but the last 3 years of recovery and going through everything you've done. What has it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a tough process, right? I think any injury, it's a tough process. And I think that what made it tougher was I never really had a clear-cut timeline like you would if you had a broken bone or a torn ligament. So it was kind of just keeping that light at the end of the tunnel for me, keeping the faith and keeping the belief that I was going to come out on the other side of it health-wise, and then also getting back to doing the things I love.
So what were your emotions when you actually did put pen to paper and sign the contract?
Yeah, it's just super special, right? It's something that I've worked towards ever since I was drafted to the organization. They've been first class to me, and it's just a great feeling, and I got celebrated at home with my family.
What have you learned about yourself throughout this whole process?
I think the biggest thing is just never stop believing in yourself, right? To accomplish, I think, anything you want to accomplish in life, it's got to start with that belief, and I'd say that's something that's going to stick with me the rest of my life.
You were at Minnesota Duluth for, 4 or 5 years. What kind of support did they give you during that time when you were playing and then also when you were going through your treatments?
Yeah, they were huge. They provided anything I need. The opportunity that Scott Sandling gave me to, be a part of the team there through all my struggles, it's something that I'll always be in debt to him for that. And it's just an unbelievable place to play hockey. It's a great city, great campus, great arena, Amsoil, to play college hockey, and it's something that I'll hold close to my heart, and not too far away from where I'm from either. So I'll always find my way getting up back there.
You only got in for a few games last year, but how much did it mean for you to get into that playoff game against Arizona State?
Yeah, it was great to get back to play again. I'd be lying if I said this third time. I thought I didn't have any thoughts that this might be it, but then got back out skating again when I was in Philadelphia, and just realized nothing was going to stop me from getting back out there. So it did take a little longer than I would have liked to, but that's just part of the process. So it was awesome. Great atmosphere in Arizona too. The whiteout was pretty sick. One of the cooler places in college hockey, I think, that's going to pop up. But it was super fun.
What was you were able to meet up with the team in Philadelphia? Meet up with some of the Ducks. Yeah. What was that like for you at that point in your recovery and kind of working forward?
Yeah, it was super cool. Obviously, I saw like Jackson, Hellison, Sam Colangelo, a few of the guys that I was familiar with just from here at development camp, and then also from Minnesota. So yeah, it's just super cool to hang around with those guys, meet with Crow, who was there, and those guys were huge for me too. Like they were always reaching out, asking how I was doing, and it just shows anybody in this organization, it shows how good of a person they are to begin with. So it was super cool, and it was just fun, kind of unexpected. Where I was staying, Chad Walker texted me and told me where they were, and I could see it outside my hotel apartment window. So super cool, and it was fun.
Was there anybody else in the organization that was reaching out to you over this time and sort of keeping you just motivated and things like that?
Yeah, definitely JJ, Chad, Crow, and Tim Army I heard from as well. So yeah, it's just a great mix of people that were always in my corner, making sure that first and foremost I was doing good health wise, and then after that we can take care of the hockey aspect.
You also got a few games in the AHL last year. What were the emotions like your AHL debut?
Yeah, it was super cool. I got to have my dad there. He was able to fly in and see it on a Sunday. So yeah, I'd say just it was awesome just to get out there and feel the pace of what pro hockey is and what that brings. And I'm super happy that I got to experience that and bring it in to training camp next year.
With where you're at right now, what are you looking to improve on heading into this next year, this offseason?
Yeah, I think for me it's just having a good rest of the second half of summer. Really focusing on my lower body strength and kind of just going from there. Skating was a big part. I feel like, with all the time I missed, I didn't get to skate as much as everybody else, right? So it's something that maybe I have a little bit of catching up to do. But besides that, I feel super confident in my game, and I know what I can bring to the table, and I'm just, super excited for camp this fall.
Speaking to your game, what's your strength that you're still confident in even coming off of this injury?
Yeah, for sure. I think just using my size and strength to my advantage, just playing with fire. I think a lot of people can't match the intensity that I bring, and just using that competitive spirit to fuel my game as well as just motivate the team.
Do you think coming off this recovery is fueling you even more?
Yeah, exactly. I think these setbacks, they've been tough, but they've only kind of made the fire bigger for what I want to accomplish.
In getting to know Matt and the rest of his staff, what have you been able to take away specifically from what they've been they're giving you?
Yeah, just great people first and foremost. Hetty, he's great as well. Was always helping me on the ice when I was there for my time in San Diego, and on top of that, they're great coaches, right? I think they care about the player a lot, and they have great insight on just the development path that you need to make it to that next level. So they're super great people to work with.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.